All right, everybody, man, Team Lift here. It is the final moments. This is the wrap-up. This is it.
Yeah, this is it.
AnimeCTX is drawn to a close. It has been a blast for us.
Blast and a half.
Man, dude, there was a blast and a half. Yes, it was. And hashtag burnt toast. That's how off the chain it was. Man, so much going on. You kind of noticed we got a guest here. Our boy Randall. Man, this is Team Lift's distant cousin, but now he's moved into the first round of cousins. He's in the family. Man, Randall, once again, bro, thank you for everything you did for us in your guest relations role.
Oh, man,
here,
you guys are completely welcome. I want to thank Go Team Lift for what you're doing for us here at AnimeCTX with the videos and everything and the coverage. Awesome. I really love your guys' energy. You're definitely, you're all over the place. The guests love the interviews. They love the questions. You don't get to hear that often, from guests about press. You definitely got a hands-on feel, which is awesome. I'm so excited. I can't even formulate thoughts and get coherent sentences going for you guys. I hope your subscribers love this. I'm definitely going to subscribe when I go home. Check it out. I want to definitely be in touch with you guys going forward. Have a working relationship, have a party and drinking relationship, all that.
You're talking to the right guys for those things, okay?
I'm glad I am, man. I am glad I am.
Yeah, you just pretty much came with every deal that we will do. That's it. Now, Randall, man, you were doing pretty much guest relations, so you were our liaison. You got us hooked up with all of our interviews.
Yeah. Also, Frank definitely helped out.
Yeah, and Frank definitely made a huge shout-out to Frank Ayala. Now, what is Frank's title beside everything?
So he is a director.
Okay.
And he's handling I don't remember his actual position, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But he is a director. He does a lot. He's handling, press requests, and then it comes down to me.
Right.
He's doing a lot of logistic stuff. I mean, he's juggling a lot of balls with a lot of plates spinning on top of him.
Man, yeah.
And he did an awesome job. Bang up. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I can't
Luckily,
say
he's
enough
impressed
nice
with what I'm
stuff.
doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's on it.
Yeah.
Left, right, and every direction in between.
He really hooked us up, man. We just want to thank you guys, man, for that. So I know you're so busy here. You don't always have a lot of time to, hey, I'm going to go do this.
Yeah, I didn't see a single panel really. Like, I kind of pop into a panel, check it out, then run to something else, check it out, and then, I'm on the radio, making sure fires don't start, and if a fire started, trying to put it out.
Yeah, and we will say this. Randall's job, for people that are like, well, what is Randall? Randall was the guy that made sure every press team got their interviews, made sure that all the celebrities and guests made it to those interviews on time. If things came up, which at an event is huge, things come up.
Oh, yeah, always.
Yeah, and so, but he was the one that kept that whole train from derailing. A lot of moving parts, man. A lot of moving parts with this one. Big call out, and I know you guys talked about it in the closing ceremonies. We really, the Manga Lounge, Cosplay Hospital, and a battery charging station.
Right. I mean, we can't do this without, everyone, right?
Right.
From, every volunteer that we have all the way to, our con chair. Everyone has a role, and everyone performed that role to the best of their ability, and that's all we can ask for. You know? And they did a bang-up job. They went above and beyond.
Exactly,
and, I thank you to everyone, even if they never see this, but they should, and I'll make sure they do. But for some reason, if they don't, I want to say thank you to everyone. The hotel, amazing. We've had a couple of issues starting out. Sue and Jason and Eddie, they have handled it, and they've worked with us, and they've been so accommodating. We never got pushback. It was always like, hey, let's see what we can do for these guys. How can we help you? Not like, no, that's just not possible.
Yeah.
I mean, they worked with us, and it's always great to have that relationship with a hotel and a convention, and that's how things work. It gets them revenue, it gets us revenue, and, we want to foster that and make it and grow it, and, just make this a bigger event, sell more rooms, get more space, everything.
Now, I know you guys were kind of pushing the website on us, and it was AnimeCTX.com. Now, I kind of saw that you guys had the thing open where it's like, I guess, is it info at AnimeCTX.com? And that's where we can, like, if there's info, you got some suggestions.
Yeah.
You guys are already looking toward next year, so I know the conversations are happening, and you can't say anything yet, but.
Not yet.
But we already know.
I got some special stuff planned. I'm trying to get moving.
Okay.
I definitely, I'm always thinking bigger and better, and I'm talking to the executive team By the way, I'm not an executive.
Okay.
But I talked to the executive team, and I'm telling them like, hey, we should do this. We should look at doing that. And we got to look at it. But we want it to be great. Me personally, I want it to be amazing. I want fans to enjoy themselves. I enjoy anime. I enjoy manga. I enjoy video games.
Yeah.
I want everyone to have that experience. I enjoy cosplay. I don't cosplay. Maybe I should start. I should start. That should be the next level for me. Even the cosplayers, I want them to feel like they are in a comfortable and safe space to cosplay. And that's what every convention, does. They should do, and they do it. And
You guys did it on as I said, there was a huge level to a lot of the things that you were doing, and it was so professionally run and so smooth for us. Like I told you, it was kind of weird that I didn't have to go run down the guests to know I had a liaison and just say, hey, can you book this interview? I felt kind of lazy the first day. We all kept like, well, we're getting a lot of good coverage, but everything's kind of being done for us. It was a weird feeling, but it felt so amazing to have that
next
too.
year, you won't even have to, we'll have interviews done before you ever show up. Like, we'll have it scheduled, and it'll be a part of the guest schedules. And
yeah, man, you guys killed it for us.
You just show up at the time. Guests are there waiting for you. Do your thing. Like, it's not even like this, how we were kind of on the floor, like, hey, we want to do this or that. That is my goal. That's one of my goals, to improve that process for the press team, because we can't exist without coverage.
Right.
We need the fans as well and the guests, but coverage is another big part. We need the social media aspect. We need you guys, a lot to help push our name forward. So you need to have a great experience and a very smooth transition from one interview to the next. So it's, we're working as hard as we can to get that going for you guys.
No, man, we appreciate it, brother. We couldn't have done it without you. So huge shout out to you and the entire AnimeCTX family. We cannot stress enough how when you come into this and you're doing YouTube, it's kind of hard, man, trying to juggle all these hats. You guys took stress off of us that we didn't even know was stress until we didn't have to do it. So it was like, what do we do, guys? That's kind of been cleared for us. And then we were like, well, do we need to run this person down for an interview? No, that's been booked for us. We don't have to. Let's go talk to that cosplayer. That was really what we kind of did.
Exactly.
So
it should be taken care of for you, so you can just roam the convention like a guest, but still be pressed and do your thing.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about, well, we need to make sure we get this guest lined up so we can get this. No, that's done. It's done for you. Enjoy yourself.
Man, props to you and the whole
Treat
team
yourself.
for that, man. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. All right, then, Zay, I'm going to bring you in on this one.
What?
Let's talk about some of these panels. You and I were having this conversation about our favorites.
I think.
You getting out?
Yeah, I'm
brother?
out of here.
Hey, man, appreciate you dropping by, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely stay in touch with us. You got the cards.
Yes.
And hopefully we'll be making some big announcements about some things coming down the pike soon. All right. Cousin Randall working on some things. We're going to share it on Team Lift.
Nice.
All right. Brother, thanks again, man.
Take it easy.
All right, man, guys, let's get into this. Dude, a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah,
This
almost
was
too much.
It was almost overload at one point.
Yeah, well, that's appropriate because this was once called Anime Overload.
It was. And now that it's not Anime Overload, we still had overload.
Yeah.
The schedule had so much going on, so much to do. There were no dull moments, no boring moments.
We had like maybe like 2 breaks where we took out. I think we took out like an hour to do our little sit down with pixelation.
Yeah, let's
and
talk
then
about that.
We took time off to eat, so
So-
we didn't have breaks otherwise.
Yeah, we had our first annual anime roundtable.
We should do semi-annual, man. Just do
Bruh,
it twice
anime
a year.
roundtable may
Let's do
be
it
a
every
thing.
month.
Yeah, every con. We need to do an
Every
anime
con. That's
roundtable,
good.
man, because there was some fun. That was fun.
Oh yeah, no.
We brought in James Hurd from Pixelation or at Pixelation _. And then we had Winston, who was his PR guy, and Winston's got some stuff coming up. And we're going to have that video on our YouTube channel, as well as this one. We had some really interesting stuff that popped off. The panels, though.
Yeah.
There were so many.
Yeah.
There were so many. You got your schedule?
I have my schedule.
I'm going to actually bust mine out. Let's do this.
Because I remember a few of them offhand. I was shooting way too much to remember everything.
What
Oh,
is?
you know what? That Idol Festival was legit.
Let's get into. Okay, before we get into that, let me say something, guys. This is when you know you're at a con that's doing it on a big level. it had its own app for Google and for iTunes. You could go in there and get guidebook, and then they had the entire schedule in the guidebook app. And I kind of walked around with my phone the whole time. But let's get into that event. Idol Festival, so freaking good.
Yeah, no, everybody performed extraordinarily well. Like, they all knew their dances, they all knew their moves. Some of them lip synced. Paeta sings, so that's impressive on its own.
Yeah, Milky Chan was a mix. She did a little lip sync. She did live songs. You had the Kira Kira Entertainment. Oh my
Love
gosh.
Notes.
Love Note Idols. Second con with them. Amazing team.
Yeah, we got video that we're gonna put out for them soon too. So
yeah, they've never that's our second con where we've seen them, and the performance for this one was totally different than when we saw them at Anime Austin. That was impressive in and of itself.
And then there was also Prismatic Love Idols, which I believe are all like middle school to maybe entry-level high school age. Like, they're all really young girls, but they're all really into it, and it's really cool to see.
Very well choreographed team right there. There was another group here, Harame or Hirame. I can't think of it. I can't think of their name. We need to get that on there. We'll have that video. I think we got video of it for the Idol Festival. So we got some video of that, and we'll have links to them on their social media there on our page. Everybody, we can't stress enough, was how good and how professional, and a big number. All the idols together.
Oh my goodness, that was insane. That was literally all the what's the idol group with our buddy in it? That's the one that we forgot the name of, right?
Kira Kira.
That's
Kira Kira
okay.
Entertainment is the one
okay.
where
so,
Rolando.
No, but yeah, no, it was that final number. Like, I hope we got video of that, because I want that online.
Yes, we do. I think Reed made sure we had video of that one. There were 30 freaking idols on stage at one time, totally choreographed, and did the song. I have not been blown away. I mean, like, it was a surprise.
Yeah, it was. I don't have words.
Yeah, there's some pictures on our Twitter of that one. That just blew me away when the stage packed out. This started on Friday. The screening room, I know a lot of you guys didn't get to go time in there. I kind of in between the interviews, I got some time to kind of go in there and check it out. It was an exclusive stream with Crunchyroll that they were running in there. So it was a good mix. Like, the Ancient Magus Bride was playing.
That's something that I wanted to see too. I'm almost a little bit upset that I didn't.
I got to see it. I was like so happy when you guys said, like, well, I'm going here to shoot this footage, and then you said, well, I'm going here to shoot this footage, and I went, oh, I'm free, and I moonwalked my way into the screening room, and I did that one. So I really loved that one. Yeah, no, I'll take it. You can call me what you want. One of our boys, the Epic Awesome Show.
Yeah.
And Sean, those guys did Affording Anime While Supporting the Industry. Did you go to that one?
I went to that one. I got some footage, and I hung out for a good hot minute.
Good.
That was informative. Like, it was literally like, how do you support anime while not going bankrupt is essentially what the panel was about.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic topic, because all of it, I know everybody who has subscriptions, that's pretty much the most that they can spend per month. It's like, $15 a month on 2 subscriptions, and they're tapped out.
Oh, bro, look, when you start looking at box sets being, upwards of 60 and upward, it's kind of gets in the pockets pretty quick.
No.
And, and a bunch of us have multiple, not everybody's going to be able to go, oh, I have a Funimation account, I have a High Dive account, I have a Crunchyroll account, and a lot of people don't want to use, like, that was a thing we kept hearing, is a lot of people like, I don't want to go to, any sites that aren't supporting the industry.
That one.
Yeah, we know that one that everybody knows, but yeah, nobody wanted to call it out. I think that's funny. Nobody ever wants to say the name of the site, but we all know the site.
The name of the site. If we want any kind of sponsorships in the future, we need a.
Yeah, we don't say the names.
That don't exist. What
website? We don't talk about
what website?
Let's talk about some cool stuff, man. There is, what is that? A picture? Is that James?
That's James making a face.
Did he shave his beard already?
Man, he's gonna break.
That's awesome, man. We got you stepping in here. Come on, man. It's go. No.
Oh, Paida responded.
That is awesome.
Goodness.
So our buddy James, man, who you'll see in our anime roundtable, had the beard. He shaved it off. It's all over Instagram right now, and And even Galaxy Girl Pilot is already asking, no, why? Yeah, that beard was pretty popular, man. I love that beard, bro. You know what one of my favorite things was? The
What?
autograph sessions.
I actually did not get to hit those because I was busy with, what was I doing?
I did first night autograph sessions.
even know what I was
and
doing.
I did pictures to our Twitter. And then we had our big interview where we had a lot of names we're going to throw. Like we had Lisa Ortiz, we had Lauren Landon, Lauren Landa. We had Jerry Joel.
Yep.
You know,
I got a picture with him, and my sister was flipping.
Oh my, yeah, because a lot of people don't realize that he was one of the victors on Yuri on Ice.
You mean the victor?
The only victor that mattered. Yeah, the only victor that mattered. And on Yuri on Ice, and that was the thing, man. And it was just like kind of cool to have him in here, man. It was like so neat, and he shared a lot of great wisdom with us. He did an interview with us where we had Lisa and Lauren and Jerry all together, and it was kind of like our Team Lifts version of Behind That Voice Actor Studio. It was really successful, and we really enjoyed it. So I love them. Shouts out to them for doing that with us. Jessie Pridemore, you went to her panel, right? I thought you did her wear a skimpy costume and still be modest.
No, I missed that one. I think that we actually... No, that was during the time that we were doing the 3-band interview. That was like the last hour.
You went to the Guest After Dark panel, and that's where she was at.
We couldn't record anything there. Like they made me put the camera off to the side in the front of the room away, and I couldn't stand anywhere near it, and couldn't record anything either. So I was pretty much just there as a fan. These are some hilarious ass people. Like you think that they're like, no, they're still pretty, decent people and respectful and all. But whenever they get uncensored, whenever they get to be uncensored, they are hilarious.
Let's talk about that. This was really neat because it was so family oriented. But then there was the After Dark content.
Yeah, all the 18-plus panels.
18-plus panels. And I think all started at, 8 p.m., 9 p.m., roughly? There were some 10 p.m.s in those, too. But pretty much it was an After Dark. And this one ran till 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:30 in the morning most nights. So there was a lot of adult, for the adult anime fan, there was a lot of stuff here for them to do. I do know that we went to one. It was different. I'm going to say different. This one here, I could talk about this on the show. I guess we can talk about it. Let me pull this up. I don't want to mess this up at all.
Which one?
There was a After Dark panel that Reed and I went to, and it was the art of Japanese bondage. And I'm not old enough to be in that room, nor do I have the maturity, but it was super informative. Super informative. And let's face it, we're not seeing a lot of people know about bondage through hentai, but a lot of people know about bondage through hentai. And it was just kind of neat to actually find out the names of, like, there's the art to this in the how they tie it in the decorative. Like, I didn't know
it's decorative?
There was like rope corsets.
God.
I did not know that they could do that with rope.
Why'd y'all go without me?
Bruh, look, it was grown man business. You didn't want to be in this one. You didn't want, bro.
You don't know me.
Yo, bro, I'm going to tell you right now.
You don't know what I do at home alone.
Yeah, well, I can tell you right now, I'm not old enough to be in that room. Yeah, Reed and I were just kind of sitting there like, and now this one was one also, no cameras.
Yeah.
But it was definitely informative.
I know why I didn't go to that one. Guest After Dark was at the exact same time.
Oh, so you were in the other room? Yeah, man,
I
it was
listening
cool.
to the freaking to all the guests be real people.
Oh my God, yes. Can we let's talk about it? So Jerry Joel, we had Jessica Calvello.
She is amazing.
Who is that's Team Lift Bay right now. She's like they're all vying for the Bay Reward. They're all amazing women and men. It was just an amazing crew of guests this year. So we had Jessica Calvello, we had Lisa Ortiz, we had Lauren Landa. Jessie Pridemore was representing cosplay. We had Jerry Joel. I Am I missing anybody? Am I missing anyone?
As far as guests go,
Vitamin H. They did the hosting gigs here.
You actually got an interview with them?
I did not get to interview them.
Oh.
They were so busy. We actually did cut up, though. We joked with them a lot. There was our whole thing about One Piece, the running joke about One Piece when we were in the hall, which is why did it take 700 episodes to find One Piece when it only takes $11.99 to get a 10-piece at churches? And yeah, that was they voted with me on that one. That 10-piece is the better way to go. But he did hype me up on his neighborhood where you can get the 20-piece for that much. And I'm like, well, it looks like I need to travel. I need to do a road trip to get that 20-piece bucket y'all were talking about. So we had fun, though. You got some cards?
I got some cards. I want to do some shout-outs real quick.
All right, let's get them.
So, shout-out number 1, we got James Mahler. This guy is, again, words can't describe. This guy is an amazing violinist, classically trained. His little business card is like, dare I say, the cutest little business card ever. Like, this is it compared to the rest of my business cards that I picked up. And this guy is amazing. He does tons of video game covers. He has his own originals. He remixes things and then plays violin over them. We got a bunch of video of him, and we'll try to get that out as soon as possible, maybe even before this video goes out. More shout-outs.
Hey, let's do one shout-out to him, man.
Who?
Shout-out to Brendan.
Yeah.
Who never comes to these things.
No.
He's not in the anime lifestyle, doesn't want to be on the con team. But Brendan showed up this morning and took, 2 of the 64 gig cards. So we had 128 gigs worth of stuff that he put in the cloud for us and copied it down just so we would have enough cards to keep going, right? Huge shout-out to Brendan on that one, man.
We survived.
All right, who else we got over there?
I actually didn't visit these guys' booth, but in the market, there's Tatas. I think it's Tatas Rat Nest, custom art, accessories, and much more. DeviantArt account is Tata TATTA-Doodles.
Okay.
They had some cool stuff there. It looked like they did a lot of that melted bead work and some other just miscellaneous little artsy things, little wearables and whatnot.
Yeah.
So they were pretty cool to see in there. Zeros to Heroes, I believe we chatted with these guys on Friday.
Yeah, we kicked it hard with Zeros to Heroes.
Yeah.
They're following our YouTube channel. We
They're
did a small interview with them. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun with those guys.
Of course, shout out. We already gave him one, but give him another one. Epic Awesome Show. Friggin', what's his name? Samuel Zane Overton.
Yeah, man, you got to give Epic. He actually ended up hanging out with Reed and I a lot. We kind of went to a lot of panels together.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Can we just talk about this next guy?
Oh, yes, this guy.
Japan Toys and Diecast. Mr. James Jacob is the owner there. He's pretty much single-handedly plotted our trip to Japan.
Yep. That dude goes to Japan, 2 to 3 times a year, goes to Akihabara and Akihabara, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think the first thing I said was wrong. He goes there, buys a ton of models, a ton of collectibles, ships them all back, and comes to cons like this and sells them off to people. I really don't think he makes a lot of overhead. Just that's my personal opinion, because whenever I'm looking at those things, I don't feel like I'm overpaying at all. I feel like I'm getting I'm paying what I deserve to pay to get it as cheap as possible.
Oh no, you're right.
Like, that guy's a hero at cons. We saw him at Anime Austin. We saw him here. We'll see him at the Pokemon Fest too.
Yeah, he's going to be at Pokemon Fest. He's definitely going to be there. Who else you got?
Cable Sensei. This is the guy who's running the Pokemon Fest. He does amazing chibi art. We also met him at Anime Austin the first time.
He's the reason we got into Anime Austin.
Yeah.
That guy really is the birth of the end of the just Team Lift con team. He's the reason there is a con team, and the reason we get to go to those. So, yeah, big shout out to Cable Sensei.
Huge shout out. And last but not least, who is this? Oh, yeah, Next Crew. Our boys at the Next Crew.
The Next Crew.
They have such a professional business card. I don't know if we'll be able to get that in the shot at all, but oh, my God. Here, you can take that, Mr. Camera Guy. Such a professional business. They look like they have like brick and mortar. Like that looks like they own like a multi-million-dollar establishment. Like, these guys.
I got Jasmine's card. She got tired of people messing up her name, so she just started going by Jasmine. But Jasmine, I really enjoyed them. That's a husband-wife team, and they had their guy from Memphis, Tennessee, was here who does the whole thing. Next Crew Memphis, another podcast that definitely friends of the show. You know, we did an interview. We're going to be on the episode there. When it goes live, we're going to share that to our station and to our fans and our followers. Definitely recommend you following these guys.
They're
a
funny.
lot of fun. A lot of fun. Like, we cut up with them. Let's go ahead and kind of get into some of this, man. So, you know.
You got a lot of cars there.
Oh, my gosh. You know, I did. So, a lot of what we had, you and I picked up a lot of the same ones. I'm going to go ahead and say this one. Carrie Entertainment, Martha Coleman, the lady who is basically the founder and creative director for that, and a lot of the idol groups perform under that banner. Pretty much like representing Texas idol culture. They're keeping it alive here.
I have one more shout out from the marketplace.
What's that?
His name's Charles Holloway. I don't know if he has a business or not, but he does he's like similar to our buddy James Jacobs. They actually go to a lot of cons together. Charles actually sells more on the side of like gaming and tabletop and like action figures and stuff, but he also has a good collection of otaku stuff like anime figurines and whatnot.
Oh, cool.
He had a huge collection of like D&D and other tabletop miniatures, and I was talking to him about it. And I'm going to hit this guy up and buy him bulk because me and some friends are going to start a D&D campaign real soon. And
yeah, I knew that was going to just swing around to that D&D campaign that you're running around. That's some good stuff.
We should maybe even stream that. I don't know.
Hey, we could figure out a way to do it to our Twitch channel or something. Yeah. Hey, check this out. Miho Studios, woman was beautiful. Some amazing artwork she did.
Is she the one that I bought the
yes.
poster? Oh, my goodness.
Yes. I had to go get her
bae.
card. She is bae, and she had a Persona 5 poster that I saw so many people buying that poster up.
Why don't you buy it?
I'm trying to get over my addiction to Persona 5. The 116 hours of my life went into that game. It's kind of nice to be, I'm clean. I'm clean right now. I ain't saying I'm fiending to go home and get started on New Game Plus, bro, but, I don't know what's going on, baby. No, that was probably a lot of fun. It was really cool kind of seeing a lot of the artists. I think this time, something that I liked is and we kept saying this theme, it feels like we're meeting cousins, distant cousins, and getting to hang out with your con family. And it's really a great vibe that we get out of this, of hanging with that con family. And sometimes we only get to see these guys at cons. Because, not everybody's in the Austin area. We had a lot of friends, like we said, Memphis, Tennessee came in for this. You had people from Houston that came in for this. San Antonio came in for this. Guys like Gaming Objections and his YouTube channel, he was here. He's a good friend of Mr. Creepypasta. These guys, were coming in, and we made these connections. We got, we're going to just say it. Team Lift has been made some offers. Nothing we can really talk about, but there's some stuff we're looking at in going out of state with this. Mm-hmm. And Chicago and New York are in play. Nothing we can announce yet, but it was really exciting con for us.
Once it's official, everyone will get the info from us.
Yeah, we got a lot of things that we're going to be trying to kind of put together. 2018 is looking up for the team, man, really. Big announcements that we're going to be wanting to make soon. So that was exciting for us, man. Super exciting. Shout out to Reed, too, once more. Not only is he the camera guy, not only does he make sure, we get these videos in, but Reed, because of Anime Austin, made sure that we had business cards at this one.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to give a shout out to Courtney Hyde and Paints by Pixel because he did our cards for us. He did the Team Lift cards as well as my comedy cards. And so it was kind of neat having this guy that's done this for me, and he's looked out for me, and he's shown me a lot of love, and I'm just like, man, so many people in this community that we want to thank. But definitely Reed, once again, bro, showed up with the cards. I brought 100 for the first day. I thought, okay, it'll be hard to give out 100. I was down to 2 cards.
Yeah.
I had to bring in another 100 today just to get through today. And we still, chunk of cards are gone. And not only was I giving away our cards for Team Lift, but my comedy cards were going out as a motivational speaker and stuff like that. So it's definitely exciting. Might be seeing a Team Lift panel in the future.
Yeah, I'm hoping for it.
Yeah, we got some stuff that we could put together, and there's really some fun ideas. And we kind of were doing panels in the hall anyway where people were asking us about us. Like we heard a lot of crazy stuff about Team Lift. It was kind of neat. It felt good to know that our name was in their mouth in a positive way. And Randall kind of touched on it, that where the guests were like, hey, they asked us great questions. And you don't hear a lot of the great questions that they ask. And that's our thing. We're just trying to, we love the culture. We're supporting it, and them sharing their time with us.
Yeah. We want to inform the fans. We don't want to just, like, give them the same bullshit answer every time.
Oh, God, no. That's our thing. It's like, man, look, if you want bullshit answers, just go sit in a room.
Yeah.
Because every con I've ever been to, I've heard every voice actor ask this question, well, what's your favorite role? And how do I get into voice acting?
Yep.
And the answer never changes. The answer is across all actors. It never changes. Be an actor. Get into acting. It is acting. Before, you're not just sitting in a room. You learn to act and use your voice.
You don't just make goofy voices and get a contract.
Yeah, no. Mm-hmm. It's not like that. And there's a lot that goes into it. And it was really amazing and always eye-opening to share that with them. I love that, man.
I got one more shout-out.
What you got?
That Maid Cafe.
Oh, bro, you in that Maid Cafe.
I was in that Maid Cafe like half the freaking con. Like, I hit up the Dragon Maid Cafe. I hit up Uncensored, which is not what people think it was. There was some leg. That's about it. More like they just unwind and go crazy. Neko, because cat girls are my bag. And Twister Hour. So yeah, I hit up the Maid Cafe at least 4 times. Once in the mornings and once. Oh, actually, that's. Once in the afternoons and once in the evenings.
I did see a Kobayashi maid. There was a Kobayashi maid.
Yeah, she had on Totoro's horns.
Yeah, I remember that.
She didn't have the tail, but that's okay because Totoro occasionally chops it off anyway.
Yeah, trying to feed it to Miss Kobayashi. Yep. Yeah, so we know what was up with that. So that was cool. Man, there were so many good panels, man. It was almost too much to deal with.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, look, we got to wrap this up pretty soon, but I do know today we're about to get out of here. Anything that you kind of want to look forward toward in the future, something that you think we should have done? And what do you got?
Panels. I want to do a panel. I want a panel.
You really want us to do one?
Yeah. I honestly, considering our last episode was our first impressions of the summer anime, I would love to do one where we do end of summer anime, or if it's so late in the year that we can't realistically do that, maybe the fall season, because fall season's coming up. Okay. They're already announcing fall anime. So,
what?
Yeah.
We could probably do something like, we kind of got some ideas for panels that we're going to do for our anime roundtable anyway. So, okay, let's do it. Next starting Monday, we're going to sit down and we're going to actually start putting together our idea for a panel, and we're going to let the fans vote on it.
Yeah, and if you know what, it'd probably be more fun if we did a panel roundtable. So we have you, me, James, and Winston there. That'd be cool.
Let's bring in the guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we could do panels. We could also do one about how to start your own podcast and team, because we could.
They don't have anything like that on this one.
We did this from the ground up. We've learned how to. What you see and all of this, we'll tell you how to build it, man. We'll give you the roadmap.
We might have to bring Brandon in.
Yeah. Oh my God. If we could
force him through the door just for an hour,
we would just have to basically drug him like an episode of the 18 where they had to drug Mr. T to get him on a plane and then get him there, and then he would wake up in the room and be, "It's just an anime convention." No, but you are on this panel. Just shut up and talk in an hour. Yeah, so that may be what we had to do to get Brandon here, but I think we could do it. We could pull it off.
Yeah, but overall, awesome weekend. Enjoyed.
Yeah,
pretty much every minute of it.
I'm a little sad. It came to an end, and even though I'm sleep deprived, it was amazing, and we had a great time. And like I said, they treated us so good. They rolled out the red carpet for us. So a shout out to everybody that helped us and the entire AnimeCTX team. And they run IkiCon, and they do Anime North Texas in the Dallas area. This team is all over, and you guys got to support them. I am going to say this before we get out of here. It's an emotional thing, I guess, man. When you kind of come to the end of these, you're like, hey, man, I almost wish we could have done this a few more days, because they're over so quick. And, man, it's so much packed into that 3 days. And we did see a lot of our Team Lift family locally that came out. Man, one of the guests that was on our show, Wilfred Estevez, was here today. We saw him. A boy, Jose.
Yeah,
Jose rolled through as a fan, man. It was kind of neat. David Healy was here as a fan. So it was kind of seeing a lot of people that we know from the gaming industry were here also supporting this. And it was kind of cool seeing, people that are friends of the show and fans of this culture that were here too, man. So that was special. But it was so cool for me to see somebody who had previously been a guest on our show that was here. That was neat. I'm tapped out, man. Like overall, I had a great time, amazing time, and a huge shout out to you guys, AnimeCTX. Your whole staff's amazing, and you did a lot of great things for us, and we can't thank you enough because we can tell that our podcast went to the next level. There's some great things that came out of what we brought to them and what they brought to us, and I really hope we can work with them a lot more in the future.
Oh, yeah. Every day if possible.
Oh, yeah. Now, I mean, it's just so many good things. A lot of people we didn't get to talk to, but, man, I had a blast.
Yeah.
I had a blast.
No denying it.
All right. Well, I know one thing. We got to head to the airport because Superhero Reed has to go there, and he's going to fly out to Amarillo. And Reed, I know you're kind of looking like we got to break down cameras, and he's like, "Come on, fam, we got to get off of here." Still, great show, man. Great show. Thank you to the guys who watched the show. Thank you for supporting us.
Thank you.
Thank you for the emails and the Twitter following and the retweets. You guys are why we're at conventions like this.
This is the first time that they get to see my face, too. I've just been a voice till now.
Yes, that's true. You really are. This is your first con where you were on staff.
Is this the right pose? This? Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's all they get. That's as moe as we get, man.
I got the pink shorts. I'm moe enough.
Yeah, bruh. And I got the cool shirt. So, and I'm kind of fat like Santa Claus.
There you go.
And your mom's like me. That's all I got. Ooh.
All right. Well, I think that wraps it up.
All right, man. So once again, go Team Lift Nation. Go Team Lift family. We're out of here. Peace.